All right, Tauruses, buckle up, because we need to have a serious chat about March of 2025. Yes, I said it. March 2025. This isn't just any old month, not by a long shot. For you steadfast bulls out there, March of 2025 is shaping up to be, well, let's just say, rather intense. Let's just call it cosmic seasoning for now. Now, I'm not here to freak you out, okay? This isn't about hiding under the covers until April rolls around. This is about getting ahead of the game. Think of it this way. The universe is throwing a curveball, and we're going to learn how to swing like pros. We're going to dive deep into what I'm calling the 4 most potentially dangerous days for Taurus in March of 2025. Yes, dangerous, because let's be real, when things get intense, they get extra intense for you guys, right? Relationships, money, even just your general sense of well-being. It can all feel a bit shaky. But hey, shaky doesn't mean broken. It means we need to adjust, adapt, and maybe even crank up that legendary Taurus resilience a notch or two. Because guess what? Knowing what's coming is half the battle. And that's exactly what we're going to do right here, right now, on the Inner Secrets. We're going to dissect these cosmic red flags day by day. We're going to pinpoint exactly where you might feel the pressure. Is it your bank account, your love life, or maybe just that simmering frustration that only a Taurus truly understands? And more importantly, we're going to arm you with the strategies, the tips, the inner secrets, if you will, to not just survive, but absolutely thrive through these potentially turbulent times. Think of this as your cosmic heads up, your personalized Taurus survival guide for March 2025. Because let's face it, you guys are built for stability, not to be blindsided. We're about to make sure you see every punch coming and learn how to dodge, weave, and maybe even land a few knockout blows of your own. So, are you ready to pull back the curtain and see what March 2025 has in store? Good. Because trust me, knowing this stuff, it's pure power. It's the difference between feeling tossed around by the cosmic winds and actually steering your own ship. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, and trust me, it's going to get juicy, do me a favor, would you? Smash that like button if you're a Taurus who's ready to take charge. And hey, if you're new to the Inner Secrets family, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. Why? Because we drop truth bombs like this all the time, tailored just for your amazing Taurus soul. You don't want to miss a single cosmic whisper, do you? Didn't think so. All right, take a deep breath. Center yourselves. Let's get down to business. We are counting down the 4 most dangerous days for Taurus in March of 2025, starting with March 13th, 2025. Emotional tsunami warning. Taurus, drop anchor. All right, Taurus squad, we're moving on to day number 2 in our Dangerous Days countdown, March 13th, 2025. And this day? This day is all about your emotions. Yep, emotions. Even for you tough-as-nails Tauruses out there, emotions are a real thing, right? And on March 13th, they're about to get intense. Let's just call it emotional storm surge for now. Why March 13th? Full moon in Virgo, folks. Now, full moons in general, they amplify emotions. They bring things to the surface. They can make you feel a little unhinged. But a Virgo full moon, for Taurus, it's like adding an emotional espresso shot to an already strong brew. Virgo energy is all about analysis, about details, sometimes about criticism. And when that Virgo full moon shines its light on your Taurus soul, Get ready for some deep emotional dives. Past issues, they might resurface. Unresolved problems, they'll be waving their hands, demanding attention. And you might feel restless, irritable, even a little overwhelmed by it all. That usual Taurus calm, yeah, that's going to be amplified too, making it extra tempting to lash out, react impulsively, make rash decisions based on pure emotion. Decisions you might seriously regret later. But here's the good news, Taurus. And there's always good news, right? You are not at the mercy of your emotions. You have the power to control how you react. March 13th is a test, for sure. A test of your patience, your emotional fortitude, your ability to, not let your feelings completely run the show. And if you handle it right, you can emerge from this emotional roller coaster stronger, more self-aware, and with a deeper understanding of, even your own emotions. So what exactly should you brace yourself for on March 13th? Let's dive into the emotional danger zones. Remember how we talked about little sparks turning into big flames on March 6th? Well, on March 13th, it's more like little irritations turning into emotional explosions. That minor thing that normally wouldn't even register? On March 13th, it could feel like a major offense. That slight criticism? It could feel like a personal attack. That gentle rejection? It could send you spiraling into a pit of insecurity. Everything just feels bigger, more intense, more dramatic. And your reactions, they're amplified too. Your emotions are driving the bus, Taurus, and your logic? Well, let's just say it's riding in the back seat, maybe even locked in the trunk. Tauruses are usually calm, steady, reliable, right? But on March 13th, those emotions can hijack your usual calm and turn it into overreactions, into drama, into saying and doing things you might seriously regret once the emotional dust settles. Got any skeletons in your emotional closet, Taurus? Any past hurts you've been avoiding? Any unresolved conflicts you've been sweeping under the rug? Guess what? March 13th is cleaning day. Cosmic cleaning day, that is. That Virgo full moon is like a spotlight, shining right into all those dusty corners of your emotional landscape. Issues you've been avoiding, problems you've been ignoring, feelings you've been suppressing. They're all going to bubble up to the surface, demanding to be dealt with. This could manifest in a bunch of different ways. Maybe it's a difficult conversation with a loved one, a confrontation with a colleague, a sudden wave of sadness about something that happened ages ago. Whatever it is, it's going to feel intense, uncomfortable, maybe even a little painful. But here's the important thing, Taurus. These issues surfacing, they're not here to torture you. They're here to be healed, to be resolved, to be released. March 13th is an opportunity to clear out the emotional clutter, to finally deal with those lingering ghosts, and to make space for lighter, brighter, more positive emotions. But you gotta face them first. With all these intense emotions swirling around, with past issues resurfacing, with everything feeling amplified, it's no wonder you might feel overwhelmed and anxious on March 13th, Taurus. It's like your emotional system is in overdrive. Too much input, too much intensity, too much feeling. You might feel restless, agitated, like you need to do something, fix something, change something right now. That Taurus urge to act, it's kicking into high gear. You feel this urgent need to just make it stop, to make the discomfort go away. But acting impulsively, making rash decisions in this state of emotional overwhelm, that's a recipe for disaster. Taurus, you're a sign of action. You're a sign of initiation. You're a sign of, well, sometimes of impulsiveness. And on March 13th, that impulsiveness, it's going to be supercharged by those intense full moon emotions. You might feel this sudden urge to quit your job, end a relationship, move to a new city, make some major life decision right now, because you're feeling overwhelmed, because you're feeling anxious, because you're feeling like you can't take it anymore. But hold up, Taurus. Just hold up. March 13th is not the day for big, life-altering decisions. Why? Because your emotions are clouding your judgment. Because your perspective is skewed. Because what feels completely unbearable today might feel totally manageable tomorrow. Making rash decisions based on temporary emotions? It's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You might be addressing a short-term emotional discomfort, but you could be creating long-term problems and regrets. Slow down, Taurus, breathe, and postpone those big decisions. So how do you ride this emotional tsunami on March 13th? How do you handle this day like the emotional boss you can be? Here's your survival guide. Emotions running high, feeling ungrounded, scattered, like you're being tossed around by an emotional storm. Taurus, it's time to drop anchor, to ground your energy, to reconnect with, well, with the earth, with your body, with your inner center. Meditation? Yeah, I know. Tauruses aren't always known for their meditation prowess, but even just 5 minutes of focused breathing, sitting quietly, and centering yourself can make a huge difference. Deep inhales, slow exhales. Focus on your breath. Feel your body. Let those swirling emotions settle just a little. Spend time in nature. Take a walk in the park. Sit under a tree. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Connect with the physical world. It's incredibly grounding. It pulls you out of your head and back into your body. It helps dissipate that excess emotional energy and bring you back to a feeling of, well, calm. Remember how we talked about avoiding drama on March 6th? Same principle applies on March 13th, but this time it's about emotional drama. Emotional spats fueled by heightened feelings. Someone frustrates you, someone pushes your buttons, someone triggers an emotional reaction in you. Your Taurus instinct. Jump in, defend yourself, argue back, make your point. But on March 13th, step back. Just observe. Don't react immediately. Don't jump into the fray. Give yourself time to process what's happening, to understand why you're feeling the way you are, and to choose your response consciously rather than just reacting impulsively. Not every battle needs to be fought, Taurus, especially not emotional battles fueled by full moon intensity. Sometimes the most powerful move is to simply step away, to observe, to breathe, and to choose your battles wisely. Remember how writing things out helped clarify communication on March 6th? Well, writing is also a powerful tool for processing emotions on March 13th. Feeling overwhelmed, anxious, angry, sad. Instead of acting on those emotions, instead of lashing out or making rash decisions, try writing about them. Journal your feelings. Get your thoughts down on paper. Just let it all flow out. Why does this work? Because writing helps you externalize your emotions, to get them out of your head and onto something tangible. It creates a little distance between you and your feelings, which can make them feel less overwhelming, less all-consuming. And when you see your emotions written down in black and white, sometimes they look a lot less scary, a lot less overwhelming, a lot more manageable. It's like giving your emotions a shape, a form, a container. And that container, it can help hold them, process them, and eventually release them. Taurus energy is active energy. You guys thrive on movement, on action, on physical expression. And on March 13th, instead of letting those intense emotions build up, instead of letting them simmer and fester, channel that energy into something, well, something calming, something grounding, something that helps you recenter yourself. Spend time in nature. Go for a hike in the woods. Swim in the ocean. Garden. Connect with the natural world. It's incredibly calming and restorative. Or if nature's not your thing right now, engage in a relaxing activity. Listen to soothing music. Take a long bath. Read a good book. Do some yoga or stretching. Anything that helps you slow down, breathe, and reconnect with your inner sense of peace. We talked about avoiding rash decisions based on temporary emotions, right? Well, this tip is all about putting that into practice. If you feel the urge to make a major, life-altering choice on March 13th, sleep on it. Seriously, just wait 24 hours. That's it. What feels completely overwhelming, unbearable, and urgent today might feel completely different tomorrow. Your emotions will have calmed down a bit, your perspective will have shifted, and you'll be able to make a decision from a much more grounded, rational, and balanced place. Give yourself that time, Taurus. Give yourself that space. Postpone those big decisions. Trust me, future you will thank you for it. Feeling emotionally wobbly, Taurus? Feeling like you're about to get swept away by the emotional tide? It's time to activate your support system. Lean on those people in your life who keep you grounded, who keep you centered, who keep you, well, sane. Trusted friends, family members, mentors, therapists, anyone who gets you, who listens without judgment, and who can offer a calm, rational perspective. Talk to them, share your feelings, vent your frustrations. Just connect. Talking to someone who understands you, who sees you clearly, who reminds you of your strengths, your resilience, and your inherent awesomeness. It can be incredibly helpful. It can help you gain perspective. It can help you feel less alone, and it can help you ride out this emotional storm with a little more grace and a lot more viewpoint. It can help you calm down, and it can remind you that you're not alone on this emotional journey. March 13th, Taurus. Emotional chaos is definitely in the forecast, but you're not some flimsy sailboat to be tossed around by the waves. You're a powerful ship capable of weathering any storm. By grounding yourself, by managing your reactions, and by leaning on your inner and outer resources, you can navigate this emotional roller coaster like a boss, and you'll emerge on the other side stronger, more emotionally intelligent, and with an even deeper connection to your own amazing Taurus heart. March 21st, 2025. Power struggle, showdown. Taurus, choose your battles wisely. Again. All right, steadfast Taurus warriors, day number 3 in our Dangerous Days countdown is March 21st, 2025. And this day is all about power. Power struggles, authority issues, clashes of will. Yeah, it's going to be one of those days. Why March 21st? Mars meets Pluto. Boom. Planetary power punch. Mars, the planet of action, drive, and assertiveness, is locking horns with Pluto, the planet of transformation, intensity, and, well, let's just say, power dynamics. This planetary face-off creates a high-stakes atmosphere. Everything feels amplified. Conflicts can escalate quickly. Power struggles can get out of hand. And for you Tauruses, who are naturally calm, stable, and sometimes a little stubborn, right? Pushing too hard on March 21st, it could lead to some serious repercussions. Whether it's a workplace dispute, a run-in with an authority figure, tensions in personal relationships, or even just a general sense of stress and friction in the air, March 21st is going to test your ability to navigate power dynamics without starting a full-blown war. So what exactly should you be on the lookout for on March 21st? Let's break down the power struggle danger zones. Tauruses at work, you guys are dedicated, reliable. You like to work at your own pace. You like to get the job done right, which is awesome, usually. But on March 21st, that dedicated, reliable energy, it could backfire big time. This is not the day to challenge your boss, to get into a fight with a co-worker, to push too hard for recognition, to try to assert your dominance in the office hierarchy. Why? Because workplace power struggles on March 21st, they can have lasting consequences. A heated argument with your boss could damage your career prospects. A public clash with a colleague could create lingering resentment and tension. Pushing too hard for a promotion could be seen as aggressive and overbearing. March 21st is a day to tread carefully in the office, to be mindful of power dynamics, to choose your battles wisely, and to remember that sometimes diplomacy and cooperation are way more powerful than force. Taurus and authority? Let's just say it's not always a smooth relationship, right? You guys value stability, order, and following the rules. And authority figures? Well, they represent rules, limits, and sometimes restrictions. On March 21st, that natural Taurus resistance to authority, it's going to be amplified. You might feel this intense urge to rebel, to push back, to prove your point, to challenge anyone who tells you what to do. Whether it's your boss, your teacher, your parent, a government official, or just some random person in a position of power, you might feel like you have to assert your independence, your autonomy, your, well, Taurusness. But hold up, Taurus. Confronting authority on March 21st, it could seriously backfire, lead to unnecessary stress, setbacks, and potentially even, well, let's just say official repercussions. Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor, and sometimes pointless rebellion just leads to, unnecessary drama. Power struggles aren't just limited to the workplace or authority figures, Taurus. They can also creep into your personal relationships, especially on March 21st. That intense Mars-Pluto energy can create tension in partnerships, romantic relationships, friendships, family dynamics, any dynamic where power and control are factors. Conflicts over who's in charge, whose needs get met first, who gets to make the decisions. All of this could come to a head on March 21st. Be mindful of how you're communicating with loved ones. Be conscious of your own need for control, and be willing to compromise, to cooperate, and to, share the power. Because relationships built on power struggles, they're rarely healthy, and they're definitely not sustainable. Power struggle. Danger zone number 4. Taking unnecessary risks. Reckless behavior with consequences. Tauruses like stability. Tauruses like security. Tauruses sometimes like, well, a little comfort, right? But on March 21st, impulsive decisions, risky behavior, and reckless actions, they could be downright dangerous, and they could have long-term consequences. Avoid risky financial moves. Don't invest in anything you haven't thoroughly researched. Don't make rash decisions with your money. Be careful with your physical safety. Don't engage in reckless behavior. Don't take unnecessary physical risks. And definitely don't drive too fast or do anything that could put yourself or others in danger. March 21st is a day to be grounded, to be responsible, and to think before you act. That Taurus drive to take action, channel it into something productive, something positive, something that doesn't involve unnecessary risk or potential harm. So how do you navigate this power struggle minefield on March 21st? How do you handle this day like the true leader you can be? Here's your survival guide. Remember how we talked about choosing your battles wisely on March the 6th? Well, on March 21st, it's even more crucial. Not every disagreement needs to turn into an all-out war. Not every challenge needs to be confronted head-on. And not every power struggle is worth engaging in. Ask yourself, is this really worth it? Is this argument truly important? Is winning this power struggle actually going to benefit me in the long run? If the answer is no, probably not, or even I'm not sure, then let it go. Seriously, retreat, step back, conserve your energy. Focus on the battles that actually matter, the challenges that actually count, and the power struggles that are actually worth fighting. Sometimes, Taurus, the most powerful move is to simply not move, to strategically retreat, to choose your battles wisely, and to save your energy for the fights that are actually worth winning. Taurus leadership. Tip number 2, don't let ego lead the way. Humility over power. Tauruses are natural leaders. You guys are calm, reliable. You like to be in control. And sometimes, let's be honest, that desire for control can morph into, ego. Into a need to be right, to dominate, to be, well, the boss. But on March 21st, letting your ego lead the way, that's a recipe for disaster. Why? Because power struggles fueled by ego, they rarely work out well. They're often destructive, and they almost always lead to unnecessary conflict and drama. Take a step back, Taurus. Before you assert your dominance, before you try to take control, before you let your ego get in the way, stop, breathe, and ask yourself, am I acting from ego or from a place of true leadership? Am I trying to be right, or am I trying to find the best solution? Am I trying to control, or am I trying to collaborate? Sometimes, Taurus, true leadership isn't about being in control. It's about empowering others. It's about collaboration. It's about diplomacy. And it's about, sometimes about letting go of your ego and putting the greater good first. Taurus leadership. Tip number 3, channel your energy productively. Action without aggression. Taurus energy is action-oriented energy. You guys need to move, to do, to create, to achieve. And on March 21st, instead of channeling that energy into power struggles and conflict, channel it into something, something productive, something positive, something that doesn't involve confrontation. Work out, go for a hike, work on a passion project, tackle a challenging task. Do something that allows you to release that pent-up energy in a constructive way. Physical activity is especially helpful. It helps burn off excess adrenaline, clears your head, and channels that Mars-Pluto intensity into something, less explosive. Channel your drive, your ambition, your assertiveness into positive action, into creating something, building something, achieving something. Instead of fighting battles you don't need to fight, focus on conquering challenges that actually matter. Taurus leadership. Tip number 4, practice patience and emotional restraint. Composure as power. That urge to react instantly, to assert yourself forcefully, to jump into the fray. It's going to be strong on March 21st, Taurus. But don't let those emotions cloud your judgment. Don't let your impulses take over. Practice patience. Practice emotional restraint. Practice composure. Take a deep breath before you respond to provocation. Count to 10 before you react to a challenge. Give yourself time to process what's happening, to understand the power dynamics at play, and to choose your response consciously, rather than just reacting impulsively. Composure, Taurus, is not weakness. It's actually a form of strength. The strength to control your reactions. The strength to choose your battles. The strength to navigate power struggles with grace, diplomacy, and strategic intelligence. Taurus leadership. Tip number 5. Use strategy, not force. Diplomacy over domination. If you need to address an issue with your boss, your partner, or an authority figure on March 21st, choose your timing and your words carefully. Don't try to bulldoze your way through. Don't try to steamroll your way to victory. Don't try to dominate the situation. Approach the situation with logic and patience. Think about the other person's perspective. Consider their needs, their motivations, and their potential reactions. Craft your message carefully. Choose your words strategically. And aim for diplomacy, for cooperation, for a win-win solution, rather than just trying to impose your will. Strategy, Taurus, is way more powerful than force, especially on March 21st. Use your Taurus intelligence, your Taurus drive, your Taurus assertiveness, but channel it into strategic planning, into diplomatic maneuvering, and into finding solutions that work for everyone, not just you. March 21st, Taurus. Power struggles and authority issues are definitely on the cosmic agenda, but you're not just a steadfast warrior. You're also a strategic leader. By choosing your battles wisely, by channeling your energy productively, and by using strategy over force, you can navigate these power dynamics with grace, intelligence, and true Taurus leadership. And you'll emerge stronger, more respected, and with your power, actually amplified in the best possible way. March 25th, 2025. Financial earthquake alert. Taurus, protect your gold. All right, Taurus, Money Magnets Day number 4 in our Dangerous Days countdown is March 25th, 2025. And this day is all about your wallet. Yep, finances, money matters, and on March 25th, they could get a little shaky. Let's just call it a financial earthquake alert for Taurus. Why March 25th? Lunar eclipse in Libra, folks. Lunar eclipses are powerful. They shake things up. They bring endings, beginnings, and, sometimes a bit of instability. And a lunar eclipse in Libra? For Taurus, it's like shaking the foundations of your financial house. Libra energy is all about balance, harmony, and, sometimes about financial partnerships and shared resources. And when that Libra lunar eclipse impacts your Taurus financial sector, get ready for some potential turbulence. Financial markets could be unpredictable. Impulsive spending could be tempting. Risky investments might seem, also tempting. But on March 25th, Taurus, caution is your keyword. Financial prudence is your superpower. And protecting your gold? That's your mission. Your natural Taurus instinct is towards stability, caution, and risk aversion, right? But on March 25th, resist the urge to stray from that. This is not the day for impulsive financial moves. This is the day to practice prudence, to review your financial plans, and to avoid unnecessary risks. So, what exactly should you be on the lookout for on March 25th, financially speaking? Let's break down the financial danger zones. Tauruses like steady growth. You guys are patient. You like to see your efforts pay off steadily over time. And sometimes that patience can extend to your finances. The lure of quick riches, the promise of high returns, the temptation to jump into risky investments. It can be strong, right? But on March 25th, high-risk investments, they're like fool's gold. They might glitter and shine and promise untold riches, but underneath, they could be, financially flimsy. And that lunar eclipse, it's making financial markets even more unpredictable, more volatile, and, riskier. Avoid putting your money into shaky stocks. Steer clear of crypto projects you don't fully understand. Be wary of business opportunities that seem too good to be true. Be skeptical of get-rich-quick schemes. And remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. On March 25th, Taurus, stick to what you know. Stick to stable, reliable investments. Stick to a conservative financial approach. And avoid the lure of fool's gold, no matter how shiny it might seem. Tauruses enjoy the finer things in life. You appreciate beauty, comfort, and, sometimes a little luxury, right? And when you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or emotionally out of sorts, retail therapy can seem like a tempting solution. A quick way to boost your mood, to treat yourself, to feel a little better. But on March 25th, Taurus, impulsive spending, it could backfire. Big time. That lunar eclipse energy is making emotions run high, making judgment a little cloudy, and making impulsive behavior more likely. And that combination? It's a recipe for overspending, for buying things you don't really need, for racking up credit card debt you'll regret later. Avoid emotional shopping sprees. Resist the urge to treat yourself when you're feeling down. Don't go shopping when you're tired, hungry, or stressed. And definitely don't make any major purchases on impulse. On March 25th, Taurus, your wallet will thank you for practicing financial restraint. Your bank account will appreciate your prudence. And your future self will be grateful you didn't give in to the temptation of retail therapy gone wrong. Libra energy, remember? It's all about partnerships, relationships, and sometimes shared resources. And that lunar eclipse in Libra, it's shining a spotlight on your financial partnerships, your joint accounts, your shared investments, your financial agreements with others, and it could be revealing some tensions, disagreements with your partner about money. They could surface. Conflicts with business partners about finances. They could escalate. Issues with shared debts or joint financial responsibilities. They could come to a head. Be mindful of financial dynamics in your relationships on March 25th. Be clear and upfront about money matters. Communicate openly and honestly with partners about financial concerns. And be willing to compromise, to negotiate, and to find solutions that work for everyone involved. Financial conflicts in partnerships on March 25th? They can be stressful, damaging, and potentially even relationship-ending. But by being proactive, by communicating effectively, and by addressing financial issues head-on, you can minimize the risk of money-related partnership problems. Lunar eclipses are unpredictable. They can bring surprises. They can throw curveballs. And sometimes, those surprises and curveballs can be financial. Unexpected expenses, sudden bills, unforeseen financial setbacks, they're all more likely on March 25th. Your car breaks down, unexpected repair bill, your appliance malfunctions, emergency replacement costs, medical emergency, unforeseen healthcare expenses. The universe has a way of throwing financial curveballs when you least expect them, especially around lunar eclipses. Be prepared for the unexpected on March 25th, Taurus. Review your emergency fund. Make sure you have a financial cushion to weather any potential storms. and avoid making any major financial commitments that could leave you vulnerable to unexpected expenses. Financial shocks on March 25th. They can be stressful, unsettling, and potentially even financially damaging. But by being prepared, by having a financial safety net, and by being ready to adapt to unforeseen circumstances, you can minimize the impact of any black swan events that might come your way. So, how do you navigate this financial earthquake zone on March 25th? How do you handle this day like the financial guru you can be? Here's your survival guide. Budgeting, Taurus. Not always the most exciting topic, right? But on March 25th, your budget is your financial lifeline. It's your anchor in the financial storm. It's what keeps you grounded, stable, and in control, even when the financial seas are choppy. Review your budget. Make sure it's realistic, up to date, and aligned with your financial goals. Track your spending. Be mindful of where your money is going. And stick to your budget as closely as possible. On March 25th, Taurus, your budget is your best friend. It's your financial compass. It's your guide to navigating the financial turbulence of the lunar eclipse. And by sticking to it, you can minimize the risk of overspending, impulsive purchases, and financial derailment. That lunar eclipse energy is making financial markets volatile, emotions high, and judgment a little cloudy. Not exactly the ideal conditions for making major financial decisions, right? So, on March 25th, Taurus, avoid them, postpone them, put them on hold. Resist the urge to make big investments. Don't buy property, don't make major purchases, don't sign any significant financial contracts. And definitely don't make any rash decisions with your money based on fear, greed, or impulse. Give yourself time to let the lunar eclipse energy settle. Give yourself time to regain your financial equilibrium. And give yourself time to ponder, to research, and to make informed financial decisions when the skies are clearer and your judgment is sharper. Major financial decisions on March 25th? They're risky, they're potentially ill-advised, and they could lead to regrets down the road. Postpone, ponder, and proceed with caution, Taurus. Your future financial self will thank you for it. Lunar eclipses shake things up, right? They reveal weaknesses, they highlight vulnerabilities, and they give you an opportunity to fortify your foundations. Financially speaking, March 25th is a great day to review your financial plans. Look at your investments, assess your risk tolerance, re-evaluate your financial goals, check your insurance coverage, and make sure your financial house is in order. Identify any weaknesses in your financial structure. Shore up any vulnerabilities in your financial plans, and take steps to make your financial foundations even stronger, more resilient, and more earthquake-proof. Reviewing your financial plans on March 25th? It's proactive, it's responsible, and it's a way to take control of your financial destiny, even amidst the uncertainty of the lunar eclipse. Fortify your foundations, Taurus, and build a financial house that can weather any storm. Impulsive spending, remember? It's a danger zone on March 25th. And the antidote to impulsive spending? Extra caution with your spending habits. Be mindful of every dollar you spend. Track your expenses. Question every purchase. And ask yourself, do I really need this? Is this a wise use of my money? Am I spending impulsively or thoughtfully? Practice conscious spending. Delay gratification. Resist the urge to shop when you're feeling emotional. And prioritize needs over wants. Prudence over impulse, Taurus. It's your financial mantra for March 25th. Embrace it, live by it, and watch your wallet thank you for it. Navigating financial turbulence? Not always easy to do alone, right? Especially during a lunar eclipse. On March 25th, Taurus, don't be afraid to seek expert advice. Reach out to a financial advisor. Talk to a trusted financial mentor. Consult with someone who has experience navigating financial storms and who can offer you guidance, perspective, and wisdom. A financial expert can help you assess your financial situation objectively. They can help you identify potential risks and opportunities. They can help you make informed financial decisions. And they can provide you with reassurance, support, and a steady hand during turbulent times. Seeking expert advice on March 25th, it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It's a sign of financial intelligence. And it's a way to leverage the wisdom and experience of others to navigate the financial uncertainties of the lunar eclipse with confidence and clarity. March 25th, Taurus, financial earthquake alert is in effect. But you're not just a money magnet, you're also a financial guru in the making. By sticking to your budget, by avoiding major decisions, by reviewing your financial plans, by being extra cautious with spending, and by seeking expert advice, you can weather this financial storm like a pro, and you'll emerge on the other side financially stronger, more resilient, and with your Taurus gold, protected and even poised for future growth. All right, resourceful Tauruses, we've reached day number 5, the final day in our Dangerous Days countdown, March 30th, 2025. And this day is all about you, your energy levels, your physical and mental well-being, your vulnerability to burnout. Yep, burnout. It's a real thing, even for superpowered Tauruses. And on March 30th, the risk of burnout explosion is, well, let's just say it's elevated. Why March 30th? Mars is taking a hit. Mars, your ruling planet, and the planet of energy, drive, and action is, it's running low on fuel. And when Mars is depleted, Taurus energy levels can plummet. This day can bring fatigue, exhaustion, physical strain, and, burnout. If you've been pushing yourself too hard, Taurus, if you've been burning the candle at both ends, if you've been ignoring the signs of fatigue and stress, your body and mind are going to demand a break on March 30th. This is not the day to overwork yourself. This is the day to slow down, to recharge, and to avoid unnecessary risks. This is the day to, prioritize self-care. So, what exactly should you be on the lookout for on March 30th when it comes to burnout danger? Let's break down the burnout explosion zones. Tauruses are steady. You guys are reliable, consistent, always there when needed. But constant go without rest, constant pushing without refueling, it can lead to, extreme fatigue and exhaustion. And on March 30th, that exhaustion could hit you hard. If you've been overworking, overplaying, overexerting yourself in any area of your life, your energy reserves could collapse. Your physical energy, your mental energy, your emotional energy, they could all just drain away, leaving you feeling depleted, making even simple tasks feel overwhelming, making it hard to focus, hard to concentrate, hard to even function. Extreme fatigue and exhaustion on March 30th? It's like running your engine on empty. You can't keep going forever without refueling. And if you ignore the warning signs, if you keep pushing yourself beyond your limits, you could just crash. Burnout isn't just physical. Mental burnout is just as damaging, just as debilitating, and just as likely on March 30th. If you've been carrying too many responsibilities, dealing with too much stress, or pushing yourself mentally to the limit, stress and anxiety could hit you hard. Mental overload can impact your mood, your focus, your cognitive function, and your overall well-being. You might feel irritable, anxious, restless, unable to sleep, unable to relax, and generally, mentally depleted. Heightened stress and anxiety on March 30th. It's like your mental circuits are overloading. Too much input, too much pressure, too much thinking. And if you don't give your mind a break, if you don't unplug and recharge, you could just, mentally short-circuit. When you're tired, when you're exhausted, when your energy levels are depleted, your reaction times slow down, your judgment gets impaired, your awareness of your surroundings diminishes, and that can increase your risk of accidents. Tauruses are usually cautious, grounded, and methodical, right? But on March 30th, that lack of caution, combined with fatigue and exhaustion, it's a dangerous combination. Be extra careful when driving. Be mindful of your surroundings when exercising. Be cautious when handling sharp objects or operating machinery. Don't take unnecessary physical risks, and definitely don't do anything that could put yourself or others in harm's way. Accidents due to carelessness on March 30th, they're like preventable pitfalls, and fatigue and exhaustion, they're like blinders, making it harder to see those pitfalls coming. Be aware, Taurus. Be careful. And protect yourself from unnecessary accidents by slowing down and paying attention to your actions. Your meticulous nature, your attention to detail, your dedication to your work. It's a strength, Taurus, usually, but on March 30th, overworking yourself, pushing yourself to be productive when you're already burned out, it actually backfires. It's a productivity paradox. If you ignore the signs of burnout, if you keep pushing yourself to work harder, to achieve more, to be more productive, your body might just shut down in ways you don't expect. You could get sick, you could get injured, you could just completely collapse. Overworking yourself on March 30th, it's like whipping a tired horse. You might seem to be getting more out of it in the short run, but in the long run, you're just wearing it down, breaking it down, and making it even less productive in the future. Productivity, Taurus, isn't about pushing yourself to the limit, especially when you're already burned out. It's about working smarter, not harder. It's about prioritizing rest and self-care. And it's about recognizing when it's time to slow down, to recharge, and to, just give yourself a break. So how do you navigate this burnout explosion zone on March 30th? How do you handle this day, like the self-care pro you can be? Here's your survival guide. Sleep is not a luxury, Taurus. It's a necessity, especially on March 30th. If you've been running on adrenaline, if you've been sacrificing sleep for work or other commitments, if you've been ignoring your body's need for rest, now is the time to catch up. Prioritize sleep. Go to bed early. Sleep in late. Take naps during the day if you need to. Give your body the restorative rest it craves. And recognize that rest is not weakness, it's strength. It's essential for your physical and mental well-being. And it's absolutely crucial for avoiding burnout explosion on March 30th. Tauruses tend to take on more than they can handle. You guys are helpers, doers, always willing to step up and take responsibility. But on March 30th, not everything requires your immediate attention. Not every responsibility needs to be shouldered by you. And not every request needs to be met with a yes. Learn to delegate, reschedule, and just plain say no to things that drain your energy, increase your stress levels, or pull you further down the path to burnout. Set boundaries. Protect your time and energy, and prioritize your own well-being over the needs of others. Saying no is not selfish, Taurus. It's self-care. It's a way to protect your energy, conserve your resources, and prevent burnout explosion on March 30th. If you're into high-intensity workouts, if you thrive on physical challenges, if you're used to pushing your body to the limit, March 30th is not the day for that. Avoid overexertion. Avoid strenuous physical challenges. Avoid risky sports or activities that could lead to injury. Instead, opt for gentler forms of exercise, light movement, yoga, stretching, walking, swimming, activities that nourish your body, relieve stress, and promote relaxation rather than depletion. March 30th is not the day to push your physical limits. It's the day to listen to your body, to respect its need for rest and recovery, and to engage in physical activities that are gentle, restorative, and, just plain good for you. Your body needs fuel to function properly, Taurus, especially when you're feeling burned out, stressed, and depleted. Make sure you're eating balanced, nutritious meals. Focus on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, and avoid processed foods, sugary drinks, and excessive caffeine, which can actually drain your energy even more in the long run. Hydrate. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. Dehydration can exacerbate fatigue and burnout, and staying hydrated is essential for optimal physical and mental function. Fuel your fire wisely, Taurus. Nourish your body with good food and plenty of fluids, and recognize that what you put into your body directly impacts how you feel, how much energy you have, and how well you can cope with stress and burnout. Constantly being connected to work, social media, stressful news, and digital distractions, it can contribute to burnout. It can overload your mental circuits, and it can make it harder to relax, recharge, and find inner peace. Take a break from technology on March 30th. Unplug, disconnect, put away your phone, your computer, your tablet, and any other digital devices that are contributing to your mental overload. Spend a few hours, or even the whole day, disconnected and focused on activities that bring you peace, joy, and relaxation. Read a book, listen to music, meditate, spend time in nature, engage in a hobby, connect with loved ones in person. Do something that nourishes your mind, body, and soul, without the constant stimulation and distractions of technology. What recharges your batteries, Taurus? What brings you joy? What activities make you feel good without further depleting your energy? Do those things on March 30th. Prioritize fun activities that nourish your soul and lift your spirits. Listen to your favorite music. Dance around your living room. Spend time with loved ones. Engage in a creative hobby. Watch a funny movie. Do something that makes you laugh, smile, and feel good from the inside out. Fun activities aren't frivolous indulgences, Taurus. They're essential for self-care. They're a way to refuel your energy reserves. They're a way to lift your spirits. And they're a powerful antidote to burnout explosion on March 30th. March 30th, Taurus. Burnout explosion is a real possibility. But you don't have to crash and burn. You're a resilient, resourceful, and self-aware Taurus warrior. By prioritizing rest, by practicing self-care, and by listening to your body and mind, you can navigate this burnout danger zone like a self-care pro. And you'll emerge stronger, more balanced, and with your energy, actually recharged, and ready to face whatever challenges come your way. because that's what Tauruses do, right? We endure, we persevere, and we always come back stronger. Taurus, you got this. Embrace the challenge. Rise above. So there you have it, my steadfast Tauruses. The 4 most potentially dangerous days for Taurus in March of 2025. March 13th, March 21st, March 25th, and March 30th. Communication chaos, emotional turmoil, power struggles, financial risks, and burnout explosion. Yeah, it sounds intense, right? But here's the real question, Taurus. How are you going to handle it? Are you going to let these cosmic challenges throw you off course? Are you going to be knocked down by the waves of stress? Or are you going to rise above? Are you going to use this energy to your advantage? Are you going to Taurus the heck out of March 2025? I know you are, because you're a Taurus, and Tauruses are built for stability. You guys are resilient, resourceful, and incredibly determined. These challenging days, they're not here to break you. They're here to test you. They're here to make you stronger. And if anyone can weather the storm with Taurus steadfastness, Taurus stability, and good old Taurus perseverance, it's you. Stay alert. Manage your stubbornness. Don't let emotions or rash decisions steer you wrong. Remember the key takeaways for each day. March 13th. Don't let emotions overwhelm you. Drop anchor, ground your energy, and ride those emotional waves like a pro. March 21st. Choose your battles wisely. Strategic retreat, diplomacy over domination, and lead with humility. March 25th. Protect your finances. Guard your gold. Practice financial prudence and avoid unnecessary risks. March 30th. Rest before burnout takes hold. Recharge your batteries. Prioritize rest. Practice self-care and listen to your body and mind. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know. Which of these days feels like the biggest challenge for you? How do you plan to navigate them? Let's support each other in the comments, Taurus Tribe. Share your tips, your strategies, your Taurus wisdom. Let's create a community of cosmic warriors, ready to conquer March 2025 together. And before you go, amazing Tauruses, don't forget to smash that like button if this video has helped you feel prepared. Subscribe to the Inner Secrets for more cosmic insights tailored just for you. And hit that notification bell so you never miss another empowering Taurus update. You're not alone on this journey. I'm here to support you every step of the way. We're in this together, Taurus family. I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay wise, and most importantly, stay steadfast flame. Because that, my friends, is the real Taurus secret. Until next time, take care and keep shining that steady Taurus light.